Welcome back to S.WigginsTV. I'm your host, Worldwide Wiggins. And I'm back with another episode of Hood Alliances, man. I don't know if this episode 3 or 4. You know, we staying busy, man. So, you know what? Real quick, before we start, let me let you know I'm only doing a couple. I'm tired of y'all like, oh, man, what about this? What about that? I'm only doing a couple. All right? Just a quick little $6 nickel sack or whatever. So, I mean, let's get straight to it. I might drop another video later on today, so keep your eyes peeled, man. Let's go. All right, let's set it off with 11156. If I'm saying it right. 111 Neighborhood Crip is one of the oldest Crip hoods in history, period. And from a lot of OG's mouth, straight from their mouth that I talked to, they are the first neighborhood Crips. I believe it, but you know what I learned is that every time you try to claim to be the first something, it's always a group of mother that's just miseducated or just choose to be a-holes like, nah, you ain't start that, he ain't start that, it was my cousin John. Like, even if you got cold hard evidence, nah, you lying. Even if John come clean like, yeah, you right, you was the first. Nah, they just won't let you have it. But anyway, 111, you know, it's been around for decades, and I mean decades, probably since the 70s. And it's known for being the area where legendary West Coast hip-hop pioneer Ice Cube grew up, along with JD from Lynch Mob, who I did the video on, among other countless street legends. They are known to be clicked up with the 11-5 neighborhood Crips, who are on the other side of Imperial and also stretch down to Van Ness. A notable OG from 11-5, like I said on Hood Legends months ago, was Big Pokey, who was also Lil Sodi's uncle or cousin or something like that. Don't quote me. I want to make sure I'm right. May they both rest in peace. These two hood alliances is known as the 111-5 or OEF. But let's take it even a step further. The Acacia Block Hustler Crips are also part of the Rolling Hundreds and get along with these two hoods. I've even seen mentions of an alliance between all three of them. This is called, or, you know, to my knowledge, allegedly, is called 1156 because, you know, 111, that's the 11, 5, 115. And because the Acacia Block Hustler Crips have cliques on the 120th and 116th in Hawthorne, so that's where the 6 would come in. So 1156. Pretty dope, huh? That's what's up, bro. Next alliance, you got the A's, Ways, K's, and Mays, if I'm saying it in the right order. The Avalons, Gangster Crips, the Main Street, Mafia Crips, the Kitchen Crips, and the Broadways always been cool with each other, with the majority being devout gangster Crips and having serious beef with the larger East Coast Crips, and of course the Swine Bloods. But they formed an alliance officially in the mid-90s. And shouts out to my boy from Kitchen. I ain't gonna say his name, but he told me the only reason that the alliance between the foe is not together anymore because the Main Street Mafia Crips started beefing with the Hoovers back in somewhere, you know, the 2010s or 2000s. And as you know, the Fidus Broadways is tight with the Hoovers. And supposedly at some point, the 11 Deuce Broadways and the 9-8 Main Street start getting into it. It wasn't no heavy beef like that, you know, afterward, but it was like they ain't really rock with each other, you know, like that no more, you know, enough to share an alliance. You get what I'm trying to say. And if you notice, the Main Streets today is rocking with the neighborhoods. You know, that's forbidden in the gangster Crip world. So you should already know that they not rocking together. But shouts out to Main Street, shouts out to Hoover, shouts out to all the GCs, man. We need to come together, man, you know. But to sum it all up, before somebody, some idiot take my words out of context, like my boy said, the Broadways and the Main Streets do not have beef. It's just they didn't see eye to eye enough for the A's, Ways, K's, and Mains alliance to go strong. All right, next alliance, you got the Roller Coasting. Now, this one right here to me is a wobbler because I need more information because I'm, you know me, I keeps it 100. I'm not too knowledgeable on the subject. You know, I don't know too much on it, but I definitely heard, and I know you heard, of the Roller Coaster Alliance. Now, the catch is, I know for the most part, it's with the 60s and the East Coast.
Look, rich roller coaster cribbing, that's our lifestyle.
But I also see some 30s saying they was the ones that was pretty much clicked up with the East Coasters. But hey, I'm pretty sure y'all gonna let me know, right? Alright, now let's get down to business. 2 Times Alliance. It's time to talk about the Deuces, aka the 2 Times Alliance. For years, I see people online going back and forth like, man, 2 times the neighborhood is the same So, this is the deal. I'm not finna dispute that. I'm not finna get into politics, you know. Shouts out to Deuces, Trays, and all of that. I'ma just state a few facts, but please feel free to get in my comment section and voice your take on the situation. Like I said yesterday, in my most hated LA Hoods episode, the 2 times in the neighborhood Crips are usually put in the same dorms when it comes to the county jail. But I got some things to say that might shock and trigger a few people out there. But here's a rough draft list of hoods under the 2 times or Deuces Corps. The Gear Gang Crips, the West Boulevard Crips, the Rolling 20s Long Beach Crips. Wiggins, how they 2 times? Ain't they rolling? Well, look at it like this. You ever heard the album by the East Siders, Deuces and Trays? Now, we all know Trey D is saying, and they Trays, so who's the Deuces?
We're gonna with the homies 2 times then.
That's straight from the horse's mouth. All right, but here's something you might find interesting. I got an interview coming up with an OG Raymond Avenue Crip, and I haven't dropped it because it's a bit lackluster compared to other interviews, and it kind of went over time, and then I didn't really get to ask that many questions. But in the interview, homie said from his mouth, not Wiggins' mouth, the OG Raymond said, Raymonds are not Deuces. They are not neighborhood, and they are not rolling honeys. That shocked me, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, because all these years I've been hearing they neighborhood, they block, they Deuce, and you know, hey, that's what he said. And you know what? If you don't believe me, I feel like I should put it in the video. But if you don't believe me, I'll upload. Just let me. All you gotta do is say yes. I'll upload the video, bro. I'm telling you, he said it. All right, but let's go to take it home with this right here. If you watched my last Blood and Crip Hanging Together episode, which is episode 4 or 3, I believe, then you definitely seen the neighborhood Compton Crips in the Looters Park on a song together. But guess what? The alliance goes deeper than that. Did you know that neighborhood Compton Crips, Looters Park Paw Rules, Santana Block Compton Crips, Cedar Block Paw Rules, Cross Atlantic Paw Rules, you know, Pocket Hood Compton Crips and Anzac Grape Compton Crips is all in alliance? Bro, that's a lot of Crips and Paw Rules hanging together from east to west, bro. You know, I knew they had something going, but I didn't know it was this many people, bro. And if I had to guess the main basis for them being cool, other than maybe having a lot of family members from each other's hood, it would probably be most likely because most of them be from Mob Paw Rule, you know, now that I look at the list, and maybe Southside, I guess. But yeah, I mean, that right there is enough to knock your socks off. But, you know, some of them been cool for a minute. I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I'm totally surprised, but yeah, man. But hey, shouts out to the whole CPT, man. Hub love, y'all, you know what I'm saying? And shouts out to L-Rag, man, from Looters Park. I appreciate everything, bro. You know, you ever need something, holla at your boy, man. Hub love. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna leave on that note, man. Hey, gas coming soon. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. And keep it locked, man. You ain't gonna believe what I dropped this week. I'm out of here. Wait!